Alright, so I apologize if I seem a little tired or if I misspeak at all. I was up late last night streaming and then got up extra early this morning for apparently a pointless endeavor, and now I gotta make this video. So yeah, let's just get started. So as you can tell from the title of this video, this is about Sony and Nvidia. So let's start with Sony. Sony had their PlayStation event on Wednesday, and it actually, in my opinion, went over pretty well. It started off a little slow, but ramped up really well at the end, and I think it was a very solid event. However, they did forget to mention one little bit of information. Although we got the price of the system and release dates, we didn't get a pre-order date. Well, technically we did, but it was from a tweet saying that pre-orders started the next day. Oh boy.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
So yeah, the official PlayStation Twitter account tweeted out, PS5 pre-orders will be available starting as early as tomorrow at select retailers. That's all the information we got. And for some reason, possibly due to confusion, a lot of online retailers were opening pre-orders for the PS5.
Okay, we're trapped. Everyone for himself.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go. Get out of my way.
Okay. Oh, have you ever?
You had listings from Walmart, Target, Best Buy, GameStop, and even from Amazon, but I believe that was just the UK site. Now, once people started to realize that the PS5 was available for pre-order on these sites, everything just kind of became a disaster. The whole internet started freaking out, and these sites started to slow down and crash. A lot of times during the checkout process, the orders would get stuck in processing, and some orders were even getting voided after the checkout was completed. In fact, last night before the live stream started, Brendan attempted to purchase a PS5 for himself on Best Buy's website, but he ended up getting stuck in the processing phase after he went through checkout. Unfortunately, after waiting for a while, the order did not clear, and the PS5 then switched to unavailable. So yeah, as of recording this video on Thursday, September 16th, the PS5 technically goes on pre-order, but I highly doubt that is available. I'm pretty sure it's sold out everywhere right now. In fact, just let me check for a second. Yeah, it's sold out everywhere. I'll try to leave some helpful links in the description down below to hopefully help somebody find a PS5 and maybe snag one, but don't hold your breath again. It's probably going to be gone. Just trying to be helpful if I can. Alright, so that was the whole debacle with Sony and the PlayStation 5. Let's now change gears to Nvidia and the release of the RTX 3080. This morning at 6 a.m. September 16th, Nvidia launched the RTX 3080, this highly anticipated GPU that everybody was excited for. There were no pre-orders happening with this GPU, and it was basically just a first come, first serve sort of thing. And unfortunately, after looking at some smaller YouTube channels like ourselves and scouring Twitter, it really seems like nobody was able to get this card, and a lot of people were experiencing similar problems. You'd head over to your storefront of choice like Newegg or the Nvidia store, and then as soon as that 6 a.m. hits, you hit refresh again, and then all of a sudden it changes. Within a span of 30 seconds, it's out of stock. It was ridiculous. And much like the PlayStation 5 situation, people were having issues all over different sites. For example, the YouTuber Classic Technology had a video discussing the 3080 launch and the issues that he experienced, where even though Newegg accepted his order, he later received an email that the order had been voided. If you want to check that video out, I will leave it in the description below. Even physical locations were having their own separate issues with inventory. Supposedly, some micro centers received so few cards that they actually had to post this flyer in their store, which read, "Due to constrained inventory from the manufacturer, we will only have 11 cards available at opening. Vouchers will be handed out first thing Thursday morning." Assuming there was only one card allowed per buyer, basically, unless you were one of the first 11 people, you were out of luck. And I do want to point out that I can't officially locate the source of this notice. This was shared to me from a friend who got this from Reddit, so do take that with a grain of salt. But it wouldn't surprise me if this were legitimate, because Micro Center has faced things like this in the past, albeit not as extreme to my recollection, to where they had a product, primarily GPUs, in such high demand that this sort of thing happened. But alright, let's back it up and talk about the online selling portion of Nvidia's 3080. The main reason why people couldn't get this card was because of bots, primarily due to the bot Bounce Alert. PC Mag had an article on Bounce Alerts, and they said, PC Mag spoke to an admin of Bounce Alerts, who confirmed the group offered an automated bot to help members purchase the RTX 3080 units on launch day. For $75 a month, members got access to bots and other information to help them quickly buy retail items from companies and resell them. The article continues, the script would monitor when the product would go back into stock, and once it got alerted it was back in stock, it would check out, the member said. However, the bot did encounter a challenge. When the RTX 3080 went on sale Thursday morning, Nvidia's website briefly went down. A Bounce Alert member from the article goes on to say, more than 100 people downloaded and used the bot to make orders on Nvidia's website, nearly all of which will be resold in the secondary market. On eBay, you can already find hundreds of listings for the $699 RTX 3080 card for $1,200 to $2,000 and more. I'll leave the full article in the description down below, but yeah, to not a whole lot of people's surprise, the main reason for these cards being sold out was due to bots. And it's super frustrating because one of the highlights for the 3080, not only for its just raw graphical performance, its insane value of a $699 card is now being sold on eBay for twice that, and for basically the cost of what a 2080 Ti was. It's obvious that both of these companies could have handled these things a lot better. But out of the two companies, I'm going to give Sony a little, and I mean a little, slack. Because I kind of have a theory as to why this happened, and I've seen other people mention this, and it kind of makes a little bit of sense. Right now, we're obviously in this big pandemic right now, and pretty much it has affected every form of manufacturing and production. And we've already seen reports and rumors of Sony having issues with the PlayStation 5 as far as how many manufactured units they can produce. The theory that I've heard tossed around, and I'm sort of inclined to believe it, is that they kind of made this whole pre-order situation strictly to avoid scalpers taking the PS5 from other legitimate gamers. Because most console manufacturers actually don't make a lot of money, if any. Some even take a loss on these consoles. What they really make their money on is the software and the accessories for the system. And so when you have a bunch of scalpers potentially buying up all the PlayStation 5s and reselling them back, you either have people who can't afford it outright and just don't have a PlayStation, or you have people who suck it up and buy the PlayStation at the hyperinflated price, and then they don't have any money to spend on accessories or games. And if you don't have a PlayStation or no money to purchase the games and accessories for the system, Sony's not making any money. And again, this is all just a theory, but I don't think Nvidia gives a damn who is actually buying the graphics card, whether it's a scalper or a PC enthusiast or whatever. Once they sell the card, that's it. They're done. They've made their money. Sure, there's extra bonuses like GeForce Now and other little things they're working on, but primarily the bread and butter is just selling those graphics cards. It just seems there is no attempt whatsoever to protect legitimate consumers, and they could care less if scalpers run amok and buy up all the products. Especially regarding their online storefront, where there isn't even a single CAPTCHA check when checking out. I mean, quite frankly, we see this a lot whenever a GPU is in demand, coupled with the fact that we're currently in the middle of a pandemic, and again, I'm sure Nvidia is also facing severe production issues too. This just makes it one of the worst cases of scalping that I've seen in recent memory. With COVID, to keep your customer base happy, you have to limit the amount of scalpers that buy your product. At least try to limit them in some way. Sony could have done a lot more to try and combat the scalpers while also trying to be more transparent with its loyal consumer base. But I mean, man, it doesn't even seem Nvidia tried with this one. Hey guys, editor Blake here. It looks like when I was going through Twitter to collect some screen grabs and stuff, it looks like that Nvidia has officially made a statement regarding the whole shortage situation. They say, this morning we saw unprecedented demands for the GeForce 3080 at global retailers, including the Nvidia online store. At 6 a.m. Pacific, we attempted to push the Nvidia store live. Despite preparation, the Nvidia store was inundated with traffic and encountered an error. We were able to resolve the issues and sales began registering normally. To stop bots and scalpers on the Nvidia store, we're doing everything humanly possible, including manually reviewing orders to get these cards in the hands of legitimate customers. Over 50 major global retailers had inventory at 6 a.m. Our Nvidia team and partners are shipping more RTX 3080 cards every day to retailers. We apologize to our customers for this morning's experience. So it looks like they are doing something about it. But yeah, that's their side of things. That's their statement. And back to the video. And to be completely honest with you, I really worry about what's going to happen with the 3070 because the 3080 is in a price tier where a lot of people probably can't afford it, whereas the 3070 is right in that $499 price range next to the Xbox One X and the PS5. So if someone is deciding to try and get into PC gaming, that is the card that they are likely going to get. And man, I hope that Nvidia does something to try and keep the scalpers away on that one. But with that little rant out of the way, let me know in the comments down below if you were fortunate enough to snag a PS5 for pre-order or somehow snagged a 3080 at MSRP. Really, any and all thoughts on this whole weird situation that both of these companies have gone through, I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. But that about does it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again, as always, for watching the video and checking out the channel. If you like this video, do please consider hitting that thumbs up button, as it is one of the best ways to help our video get seen by the YouTube algorithm. Again, I would love to hear your experience with the whole pre-order and the launch of the 3080, as well as your thoughts and opinions on just really this whole new generation of consoles and GPUs as well. Let me know those thoughts in the comments down below. Feel free to follow us on our social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter. But yeah, that's about enough rambling out of me. Thank you again so much for watching. My name is Blake. This has been a Digital Cynic experience, and for all things tech, games, movies, and other nerdy things in between, be sure to subscribe to Digital Cynics. Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you next time.